Trump, you better not fall for Cuba's bullshit. I'm telling you right now, we've been down this road. Obama in 2016 went and sat down with Raul Castro. They went to a baseball game and they opened up relationships. They started privatizing some businesses, and we went right back to the old same shit with Cuba. And Marco, you are a Cuban, first generation American, but you are a Cuban, and you understand the dynamics of this. We have been down this road. Do not fall for the Cuban government's bullshit. They're talking about opening up businesses and letting Cuban Americans go over there and invest in businesses. Do not fall for this. What they're trying to do is run out the clock, hoping that in 3 years they can some way, somehow survive this, overcome this, and now, whatever new administration comes in, they can negotiate with, and they go right back to being in power, stealing money from the people, and going right back to their same antics. So do not fall for this. Because me as a Cuban American, I'm going to be so upset with this administration if they fall for this. Trump's talking about taking Cuba. And listen, I've been a supporter of what Trump has been doing, but he better put action behind these words. He has to go take Cuba. It has to be regime change. It cannot be the status quo of how we've been dealing with Cuba for the past 66 years. These people are evil. They're conniving. They know how to play the system. They have gamified the system. So, Trump, go take Cuba. Roll the clip.
President Trump is hinting that he has eyes on another country in addition to Iran. What can you tell us there?
We can't forget about it, right? I mean, and we can't forget about Venezuela. I mean, these are major international events that have happened just within a span of a few weeks, and all signs are pointing to Cuba potentially being next. We're in this window of time in which conditions in Cuba are very, very difficult, and that's an understatement. There was major blackouts. Blackouts have been increasing. The electrical grid in Cuba is reliant on oil in ways that other countries' electrical grids are not necessarily reliant on it. They've seen major power outages in Cuba. The United Nations has warned of a looming humanitarian disaster. Why? Because for so many years it was Venezuela. It was Maduro that was helping Cuba. Maduro's out. Venezuela's now working with the U.S. Cuba essentially has been blocked off from much of the world. What the president said in the Oval Office yesterday, extremely remarkable and important, and perhaps telling of where we're going next. Take a listen.
I do believe I'll be having the honor of taking Cuba. That'd be good. That's a big honor.
Taking Cuba.
Taking Cuba in some form, yeah. Taking Cuba. I mean, whether I free it, take it, I think I could do anything I want with it. You want to know the truth? They're a very weakened nation.
Stop the clip. Yes, they are at their weakest moment in the history since Castro took over in 1959. We are choking them out, and you have to finish the job. You will never get another opportunity like this. Look at the blackouts that are going on in this country. People are setting the communist headquarters in one of the provinces. They set it on fire. The people are ready to uprise, but the United States has to come in. They cannot pull a Kennedy in the Bay of Pigs. They have to finish this job. They have to go in there, take it over, regime change, and get them out. Get them out. Because if you don't, what they're going to do is they're going to wait this out. This is their playbook. They've been doing it for 66 years. And like I said in one of the other episodes, Castro was an opportunist, and he went and struck a deal with Russia. He was never really a Marxist. He became a Marxist because that was the only way he was going to stay in power, by getting the Soviet Union to back them. So Trump, I hear your words, brother. But Mr. President, you need to go get the job done. And I know Marco is smart enough and understands this dynamic. And there's a war in Iran right now, and we're getting pulled in 100 different directions. But you have to seize the opportunity, because these people are not to be messed with when it comes to this. Because this is what they do. They'll string you along. They'll tell you they'll open up. You know, I've seen some reports where they want to get Miguel Diaz-Canel out, the current president, and he's just a puppet. The one that's in control is the Raul Castro, his grandkids, right? The Communist Party of Cuba is who's in control of that island. And you have to eliminate them. You have to eliminate them. You may make some concessions of them being able to go to another country and defect and keep some of the money that they have stolen from the Cuban people. And that's something that I think personally I'm willing to negotiate. Leave the country. Keep what you've taken. But let's start brand new. This needs a complete reset. Right? Turn it into a US territory. But it needs to be controlled by the United States. And there's so many implications for the United States with Cuba. You don't want Russia in your backyard anymore. You don't want China in your backyard anymore. Okay? And Cuba has a lot of resources. Now with AI, right? Copper, minerals, on and on and on, the things that Cuba has that we can get in there and start, consuming. We can start building businesses there. Cuba's the crown jewel of the Caribbean. And we can have American influence over there and start privatizing businesses and start creating an economy that's not only going to impact the Cuban people, the 11 million people that are there, but it's going to impact the United States. Take it all. And I agree with Trump. And whoever gets mad about that, you have no idea what we have gone through the last 66 years. My mom crying because she couldn't go see her mother when she died. Hysterical crying. I heard her down the street because I was going to get the mail and I was only a young boy at 8 years old. You don't understand the pain that the Cuban people have gone through. And Marco Rubio understands this. He understands it better than anybody in that administration. And I hope that Marco can convince Trump to finish the job finally. To have a free Cuba. Prosperous Cuba. The Cuban people are some of the best people in the world when it comes to innovation, to being entrepreneurs. Let the rest of the world see the good in Cubans and what they can bring to the table on the global stage. That's what I want to see. And I want to see Trump finally get this job done. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. We're trying to grow the show. Thank you for the support. Catch you on the next one.